Hi, Sarah Michelle here with some tips to get you ready for Sage Summit 2012. Powerful introductions. I hope you're thinking about what you're going to say when people ask you, hey, what do you do? Because guess what? You're going to get asked that hundreds of times when you show up in Nashville for Sage Summit 2012. So this month we're devoting to getting you ready for that. I hope you've looked at the article that's on this page, clicked on that, read through that. There's some great examples, great formula for you to follow, and begin to craft that. A couple tips as you're thinking about your introduction. Go to your customers, go to your coworkers, partners, people who know you well, family members, and tell them what you're going to say after you've composed it. And then listen to their feedback, because I guarantee you they're going to think of attributes, value-add statements, things that you do for them, the way they describe you to their customers or their coworkers. It's going to give you some great ideas for what you should be saying to capture this person's attention and ultimately answer the question, do I want you to be on my network? Because when somebody says, what do you do? They're really kind of auditioning you. Do I want to keep talking to you? Should I add you to my network? Can you be a resource for me? And more importantly, could you be a resource for someone in my network? So you want to be ready for this. So work on what you're going to write it out, type it out. Make sure you've got that wow statement, painting a picture in their mind, establishing some credibility, answering the how do you do what you do, what differentiates you from everyone else who does what you do, and most importantly, answer the question, how you might be a resource to them. Get right to it. The other thing I want to say is how important the nonverbal is. I know I'm telling you to write this out, and it should be really under 17 seconds, because by the way, that's how much time you have to make a first impression, is 17 seconds, research tells us. So it should only be 1 or 2 sentences of what you're going to say. But then I also want you to practice how you're going to say it, because research tells us that what people are paying attention to when someone is speaking to them is not the words. 93% of what people are taking in, especially in a first impression, is your physicality, so how you're standing, your handshake, your eye contact, your smile, your tonality of your voice, your rate of your speech, your dialect, your volume, all of that, what people are taking in, which only really allows 7% of what people are paying attention to is your actual words. So much, it's so important to know if you are introverted to speak with some energy, maybe speak a little faster, maybe speak a little bit louder, make sure you've got a firm handshake, make sure you're smiling, and you're communicating some energy and passion about what you do, because that will get people to want to know more and want to stick around. Also, come up with some open-ended questions. Questions that you can say back to the person that will get them talking, so you can be listening for how you might be a resource for them. Any question that starts with who, what, where, how, why will get that conversation going, and you can be listening for how you can be a resource. Another tip I have is I call this the rule of 12. The first 12 words out of your mouth, the first 12 inches from here up, so your eye contact, your smile, your physicality, and the first 12 physical moves you make. Again, posture, handshake, what people are going to remember the most about meeting you. So the first 12 words, the first 12 inches, and the first 12 physicality moves, handshake, posture, eye contact is what people are going to remember the most. So work on that, practice this before you show up in Nashville. And if you know what you're going to say when people say, what do you do? And you've got that ready, you're going to be so much more confident and so much more motivated to want to meet people that you haven't met yet and expand your network and expand those resources if you're prepared to answer that question. And people will want to keep talking to you, because most people don't know how to answer that. So get a leg up, get ready. I'm going to be excited to meet you in Nashville and to ask you what you do and to hear your powerful introduction.